What's up, gaming boys? It's your boy Tom Reisenthal here, coming at you some of this hot gaming content. So if you're like me, you know, we're in this quarantine right now and we're not able to partake in the nectar of Samhain, Satan, as we used to be. You know, occasionally I would go out to bars and I would partake in drinking cocktails, but now I can't do that because everything's shut down. So I'm having to make my own cocktails. So I'm really good at cocktail making. I'm better than like Binging with Babish or like How to Drink or any of those people. So I'm gonna be teaching you the classic way to make 3 awesome classic cocktails. All right, and these are gonna be the best ones you can find anywhere. And if you follow my instructions to the letter, you will have delicious drinks. So I'm gonna be teaching you how to make the old-fashioned, the Sazerac, and a classic gin martini. So, we'll start off with the old-fashioned. So, for the old-fashioned, I like a little bourbon. I like a little bourbon in my old-fashioned. Bourbon. We'll start off with generally drop a couple ice cubes down into your old-fashioned glass. All right, just drop a couple ice cubes, and just give it a little bourbon in there. This is already looking really good. And now, if you were in like a pretentious bar or something, you would, you know, they would be putting like these weird bitters and like syrup and stuff in it. We aren't pretentious here, so just the easiest way to make just a classic old-fashioned is just with a little bit of my favorite soda, Dr. Dazzle. This is my favorite soda. In the South, you know, they call this pop. You know, when you or I say pop, you know, we're probably talking about the work or the, you know, many crimes of one Michael Jackson, who was the king of pop. But this is soda, because I'm not because I am not from the South. So this is some delicious Dr. Dazzle. So we'll just give these some Dr. Dazzle in there, and this has come together really well. Now, of course, we need to mix this, and probably my favorite way to mix it is to just roll it sort of between. I made a little mess, but it's cool. I just roll it between the glasses, so it's all nice and mixed up, nice and frothy. All right, so now these are maraschino cherries, and it's not a real old-fashioned if it doesn't have maraschino cherry. So let's just throw a couple in there, and it's good if you get some cherry juice in there. That looks delicious. There you go, a classic old-fashioned, right for you. All right, so next up is another one of my favorite cocktails, which is the Sazerac. So with the Sazerac, you usually make it with rye and with absinthe. So, you know, rye is sort of spicy, and absinthe tastes like licorice. So we don't really have any of that right here, but if you were wanting to make a Sazerac at home, how would you do it? Okay, so the best way that I know is a little bit of this delicious Fireball cinnamon whiskey, which is of course produced by the Sazerac company. So it is of course meant to be an all Sazerac. So we'll just use the same glass that we used to mix the old-fashioned. We'll throw a little ice in there. Throw a little bit of this delicious, there we go. A little bit of that delicious Fireball cinnamon whiskey. And then of course, we'll top it off with a little bit of this wonderful Dr. Dazzle. So let's just, that looks amazing. We'll just do the same thing we did, just sort of roll it between the glasses. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. And of course, just give that some cherries and some, there we go. Beautiful. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a classic Sazerac. All right. Oh man, these are really good. I really like these. Okay. So last cocktail that we'll be getting to during this show, but please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, because I'll be coming out with more amazing tutorials teaching you how to make these classics at your home. All right, so we're gonna be making a classic martini. So here's our martini glass. So we're gonna put some ice in it to get some dilution, to get it cold, and we're just gonna start off with a little bit of gin. This is Tanqueray gin. Ooh, smells delicious. So we'll just throw a little bit of that in there, and then of course we're going to add a little. What is a classic martini without a little bit of Canada Dry ginger ale? So I'm gonna just throw a little bit of that in there, and this is coming together nicely. And then of course, all classic martinis wouldn't be complete without an olive or two, and I like a lot of olives in mine. I like a lot of olives. Maybe a little olive juice in there too. So we'll just sort of roll that, and it looks wonderful. And of course, I just like these cherries, so we'll add a couple in there. And then of course, a real martini has no ice in it, so we'll just take that out of there. And then, all right, and that's how you make a classic martini at home. And this wouldn't be complete without a taste test. So here we go.